Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a twin flame reading for my dearest Virgos. Virgo, this twin flame tarot spread is going to talk about the energy of your twin flame journey, your purpose in this lifetime, the lessons that need to be learned, how to strengthen and raise your vibration, what your twin may be mirroring to you, and how you can help your twin reach their highest potential. All right, Virgos, before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that my Virgos need to hear regarding their twin flame journey. Okay, so we see the Six of Swords coming out. So for some of you guys, you're in separation from your twin currently, but I do see that Six of Swords, that energy coming back to you, but it's not without conflict. Okay, so I do feel like there has been some sort of conflict here between you guys, or if you don't know who this person is yet, look at that King of Cups. You may be dealing, you guys might have water in your chart, or your twin may have water in their chart. There's a lot of love here. There's a protective energy here as well, Virgos. All right, let's go ahead and see. All right, so your energy is represented by the Six of Cups in reverse, okay? Yeah, so there's some sort of sadness here, you guys. Some sort of sorrow, some sort of grief. Some of you, your twin may have transitioned in this lifetime or in previous lifetimes. There could be separation or something that's happened that's caused, grief and sorrow within this connection. Your purpose together in this lifetime is the Knight of Cups, commitment. All right, an important lesson that must be learned. We have the Five of Cups, so that's coming out twice there. How we can grow from this lesson. We see the Five of Wands in reverse, beautiful. And something how we can grow and what our lives look like after completing this lesson. Wow, I see a second chance here, you guys, something stable, a blessing coming in, but it's not without, or it hasn't been without hardship. All right, something you can do to strengthen your bond, the Two of Wands, beautiful. Something you can do to raise your vibration, Three of Discs. Yeah, some of you guys have to put away work. Some of you guys have been working too hard, maybe even just in a way to sort of not feel or deal with what's going on. All right, and then we have something your twin is mirroring for you. We have the Empress in reverse, Libra and Taurus energy. There may be something in the Leo reading for you guys, especially if you're Leo, Virgo cusp, or you're dealing with a Leo, because we had the Emperor come out in the exact same spot, and I'm picking up on a little bit of a similar energy here. Okay, and what you can do to help your twin reach their highest potential, the Princess of Cups. Yeah, look at that. We have the Princess and the Knight. I love this energy. All right, overall energy here, we have the Nine of Cups. Virgo, this is wish fulfillment. This is Jupiter and Pisces energy. This is about dreaming big. This is also a reminder from Spirit that what you want, you can truly create. The universe wants you to be together in the 3D, but also wants to remind you that your emotional fulfillment, your wish fulfillment, you guys already are together always in the higher dimensions. Okay, and the Sun card, beautiful. Some of you guys, there's that Leo energy. Look, you get Sun and the Four of Wands. Wow, and you get the Six of Swords. So there's a really clear message for my Virgos out there, especially if you're in separation from your twin. Maybe you don't even know who your twin is. What I'm seeing here, Six of Swords, you're going to find peace. This is you guys riding off into the sunset together. If there's been turmoil and there have been difficulties in this connection, it's coming to an end. and the Four of Wands, many of you guys are going to be life partners in this lifetime. Many of you guys are going to get married. You may have a family, or you're just going to spend like a majority of your lives together. But I'm getting probably the later portion. Okay, but if you've already met this person and you're in conflict, I see marriage. The Sun card, this is the happiest card in the deck. There's that Leo energy coming through. Many of you may have children with this person. You may create a family together. But it could also be you guys just coming together, you, your twin, you're separate sort of entities, and then when you come together, you create this other entity that is your relationship here in the 3D, and it's everything you could ever want and anything and everything you could ever imagine, and it really doesn't get like fluffier and more beautiful, and the stuff cosmic dreams are made of. This is a fairy tale romance, Virgo, for many of you, but that's after these difficult lessons, okay? So that your energy is represented by the Six of Cups in reverse. So for many of you guys, I do feel like there's, there's energy here of having, having experienced some sort of sorrow or grief. Now, this could be due to betrayal, because we often see with the Five of Cups, we see 3 cups spilled. And I also see this issue here with the 3 of Discs. So for some of you, you may have experienced betrayal in this lifetime or in a previous lifetime within your connection. For some of you, your twin may have transitioned, and there's a deep sense of sadness and heartbreak between you. Okay, so this is something that your energy is, there's a need, and the overall sort of theme here, and the most important lesson for my Virgos on their twin flame journey is the need to transmute the negative, okay, into learning experiences. I'm also getting forgiveness, learning to forgive yourself and learning to forgive others, and especially your twin, obviously. And then also the power of being able to shift your perspective, taking a look at where is your point of attraction. Because as Virgos, you guys, many of you know, I'm a Virgo rising. Virgo energy, we worry. Okay, and we also like to organize and control, okay, which are good things for the most part. But when we start thinking the worst, we tune our dial into this negative lower vibration, and that's what we're going to attract. And for many of us, this is, it's sort of like the prison of our own making, or there were problems, or there was energy that we attracted into our twin flame connection that wasn't necessary because we were over worrying, and because our point of attraction was on a fuzzy white noise, staticky dial, whether we were picking up on energy from the collective, or there was just sort of karma that needed to be healed and released that we weren't quite seeing and willing to let go of. So what I'm seeing here is the biggest lesson here, and the energy between you and your twin is about shifting the dial. What are you focusing on? What is it that you want? What is it that you truly, what is it that your heart desires? It's not anxiety, it's not loss, it's not being in separation, it's the opposite, okay? So it's about really being able to shift this point of attraction and this dial, if you will, at will. So your purpose together in this lifetime is the Knight of Cups. I mean, many of my Virgos, you may be looking or listening to me and be like, what? This is not the case. But there's an energy of romance, fairy tale romance, especially with this 9 of Cups energy that is pervading this whole reading. And your purpose together in this lifetime is to experience this sweeping romance, being swept off your feet, falling in love, this beautiful commitment, being in love with love, but also because it's your twin and because there's this unconditional love between you guys. I know not all of you guys are going to say, what? But if you look at these cards, you look at your overall energy here, you guys. 6 of Swords, peace of mind, riding off into the sunset. Marriage, coming together, stability, creating a home, a family, whatever it is that you want to create together. The happiest card in the deck, the Sun, co-creation, twin flames, your wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. It's all here. But the tough lessons here that need to be learned, in this lifetime is the 5 of Cups. Learning, understanding grief and sorrow and loss. Feeling abandoned, feeling rejected, maybe even, there's an energy here of even humiliation if there was a third party here involved. Now, that third party could be work, because my Virgos, you guys, we know that we are workaholics. We have a hard time asking for help, and we try to help everybody. We're the most service-oriented sign in the zodiac. And so what I'm seeing is there's this sense of loneliness and the sense of isolation, but this lesson was meant to teach you your power of attraction, your power of changing your point of attraction and changing that dial, how you can think, believe, and imagine what you fantasize can come true. And for some of you, take gender out of it, but you guys can all understand, my knight in shining armor coming to sweep you off your feet. And this is sort of like what you were meant to experience, but it's also a result of your doing. Okay, so it's not an energy of being helpless and expecting somebody to ride in and fix your situation, but this is unfolding as you learn to shift your perspective, as you learn to change that dial. All right, and so how you can grow from this lesson, the Five of Wands coming out of conflict. For some of you, my Virgos out there, I'm getting an element of jealousy around your connection, whether that's with you or whether that's with your twin. But what I'm picking up on this card with the Five of Wands is that there was some ego energy at play within this connection. Whether it's about receiving lots of attention from others, again, I feel like there may have been some sort of jealousy or some sort of third party energy. Again, for some of you, it could be about, I deserve all of your attention, and your twin may have been giving it either to somebody else, a family member, or to their job, okay, or something that really sort of created a sense of feeling alone, feeling sorrowful, feeling rejected, feeling left out. And how we can grow from this lesson is, the Five of Wands in reverse takes us back to the Four of Wands, is, really working on that ego-based energy, pulling it off, pulling it out, putting it off to the side, and remembering that you guys are always in connection, that you guys are always each other's top priorities, because you are one, even if it may not seem that way always in the 3D. Now, that's not to say that your feelings in the 3D are, that if your twin was stepping out on you, or was working too much, or whatever it might be, to say that, oh no, just ignore that. But what I'm saying here is that there's a lesson here about ego that's been learned, and it may even be through this separation, okay, with your twin, either you or your person, realizing that ego was getting in the way of healing and of being with their one true person, with their twin. And I love this energy, because what you're growing is through conflict, you're evolving through competition. And this could be even competition with yourself, doing shadow work, purging ego energy, okay? Because some of you guys are realizing that you were very triggered by your twin, or the attention that your twin was getting from others, or was giving to their work or to their hobbies or whatever. And you're realizing that that was something that needed to be healed within. Okay, and I'm not by any means excusing, or trying to tell you that, it was all in your head if your twin really was doing something that was hurting you, okay? Now, I never, ever condone, if somebody was hurting you or, betraying you, that you just sort of sweep that under the rug. But you guys need to trust your intuition here, because for many of you, you're moving through these ego lessons, and you're coming out of conflict, and you're seeing things from a completely different perspective. Okay, and how your life looks after learning these lessons, the Two of Discs in reverse, making a major decision to either change your behavior. Okay, for some of you guys, the Two of Discs in reverse is about, some of you, it may have been you where you weren't channeling enough energy into the connection, where you were focused more on work or on the 3D, or putting others above this connection, or above your partner, or above your twin. And with the Two of Discs, is what I'm seeing is this beautiful decision to really plant this seed, to nurture it, to allow it to grow, to not to overwater it, right, which would drown it, which would kill it, and not to, leave it behind and never, let it get parched by the sun and shrivel up and die, but to really, truly nurture it, and to see it as a blessing. Okay, so for many of my Virgos out there, it's about learning to balance the energy, learning what's too much and what's too little. And it's again, it's this beautiful give and take between you and your twin. Okay, but I do feel like there's some sort of sadness, there's loss, there's sorrow, there's betrayal, there's disappointment. And I know some of you guys aren't going to like that, but with this energy of betrayal, what I'm saying is there's some ego lessons that needed to be learned. Each of you are going to know what is okay for you to forgive and what isn't. And by no means, Virgo, am I condoning, forgiving somebody who has hurt you. Okay, but if it's forgivable, if you can see it from your twin's point of view, okay, or if you can see it from a higher perspective, many of you guys are going to be able to move through this for a beautiful new beginning. Okay. Now, something that you guys can do to strengthen your bond, the Two of Wands, this is representative of the twin flame journey. This is working together in tandem. This is you and your twin, but making a decision here that I'm talking about in this Two of Discs to focus on the connection, on what's best for each other, not what's best for me, not what's best for my job, not what's best for my family, not what's best for this other person or this other energy, my friends or what other people think, but what's truly best for this connection, for this partnership, for this union. And I love that. And it's also an energy of recognizing there will be obstacles, there will be challenges, but if we're authentic and we're true and we communicate and we work together, we can move through them and we can actually learn how to maneuver around them or to get away from them. If we see them coming on the horizon, how we can together as a unit avoid those problems, avoid those issues. Okay, so a way that you guys can raise your vibration, the Three of Pentacles. So I do feel like at one point in time there was some sort of lack of collaboration, whether it's on your part, on your twin's part, whether you guys were mirroring each other. The Two of Discs here, and with this energy of the Two of Wands, is telling me that there's also a need for deep, heartfelt communication about what your boundaries are, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. There's something here that created a considerable amount of disappointment, sadness, and sorrow within this connection. Now, it could be a separation. It could be that somebody was working too much. Again, I've been over that. But what I'm seeing here is you can raise your vibration by coming into balance with each other, by speaking. Now, if you're not in communication with your twin, maybe some of you don't even know what your twin, who your twin is here in the 3D, but it's about communicating through that heart space and telepathically. And again, you can do that through meditations. You can do that using crystals, through energy work. But it's about giving the situation the works. It's about collaborating. It's about both of you making sacrifices, focusing on the partnership. Again, not focusing on what's best for your job, for your family, for your, for external influences, but what is best for the partnership. Okay, for both of you. And it does require making some sort of sacrifices. It also requires being authentic, and I'm getting the need for throat chakra energy, for communication, talking about what hurts, talking about where you've experienced disappointments or heartbreak, okay, things that have made you feel alone or rejected, and so that you guys are both on the same page, and that you guys can both then, from a very balanced state, nurture and grow this into this fairy tale romance is what I'm seeing. Now, some of you, again, some of my twins out there, my Virgos, you may be working too much, and Spirit is coming through very strong to say, put away the computer, put down the books, not completely, okay, but again, to find that balance for you and your twin and for this connection, because some of you, you have been putting that focus elsewhere. All right. Now, something your twin has been mirroring for you is the Empress in reverse. So here we have Libra and Taurus energy. So you guys could have this in your chart, or you could be, it could be your twin, but the Empress energy is the divine feminine. Now, there's something here about this sadness, this heartbreak, some disappointment that you've experienced. Now, it could be within your twin flame journey, or it could be something that you're carrying, carrying around with you in your history with love and relationships or past life karma. But the Empress, when she's in reverse, there's an element of frustration of not being able to manifest what she wants. But it's also an energy of not having their needs met or your needs met. It's about being in a connection that makes you feel like you're not handsome or pretty enough or strong enough or that you have what it takes. It's an energy of third party, right? It's like feeling like you're the third wheel in this connection. And that third wheel can be because of this ego energy I was picking up on with the Five of Wands, one of you or both of you needing external validation from other people, whether that's through flirting or whether that's family and friends. But it's this energy of, feeling left out of your own connection here in the 3D. It's also about, are you open? The Six of Cups is about giving and receiving love as well. Are you open to receiving love? Your twin may not be. It may be your twin that's experiencing jealousy, especially if my Virgos out there, you might be, some of you may or may not be, but it's being perceived that you're neglecting this connection or this relationship or this union, whether that's for work, family, whatever it might be, or for external validation, okay? That there are some cords that need to be cut with exes. Or, maybe you have a very flirtatious nature, not saying that you necessarily have to change all of that, but take into consideration. If my Virgos, you guys are dealing with these feelings of inadequacy, or, or you're not, if you're like not sure, you're not opening up to love, then it's, this is what your twin is mirroring back to you. And so there's this energy of needing to hold yourself in high regard. There's a need to prioritize this twin flame connection above anything else, any sort of external energy that might be taking away from it and creating a sadness and a sorrow here. Now, your final card is what you can do to help your twin reach their highest potential. For some of my Virgos out there, there's an apology. It's about, there's an apology or there's a communication of love. Now, this can be a 3D communication in love. It can be an I'm sorry. I recognize that, I was working too much. I've been allowing some sort of external energy to infiltrate this connection. For others of you, it's just about reaching out. It's about opening up emotionally, because some of you guys have been hiding what really has been disappointing you, your needs, because I'm getting really strong here, the throat chakra. Okay, my Virgos, that some of you guys, not that haven't been authentic, but you have been afraid to express how you're feeling or what's been hurting you, or maybe saying, hey, I've been feeling left out, or I need more of your time. And some of you guys, there's a fear, there's a risk of coming across too needy or too demanding, or showing your vulnerability, or even showing that, hey, maybe there's a situation that makes you feel jealous or left out, or something that hurts. And I really feel this throat chakra energy with that Princess of Cups. But the Princess of Cups is also taking sort of like innocent eyes to the situation, being able to see your twin's point of view, is also going to really like allowing them to be vulnerable, not being overly critical. And especially if your twin is going to reach out and tell you how they're feeling or something that's been bothering them, what you can do to help them, reach their highest potential is be open to receiving their love or what they have to tell you, or an apology even. Because what I'm seeing is through these very difficult sort of conversations and through these lessons, this is where your twin flame fairy tale romance kicks in. Okay, Virgo? So let's go ahead and see what additional messages come through for my beautiful Virgos from the angels. So messages from the angels, please, for my twins, my Virgo twins. All right, we have children. So yeah, this is beautiful. Again, some of you might have you might have children together with this person. And for some of you, again, children obviously are so very important and the top priority within any connection, or they should be. But there's also a need to find that balance, because for some of you, it could be you or it could be your partner, if you have children with them, that the connection is being severely ignored. Okay, and this is something that needs to be spoken, and it may be happening without even the other person noticing. Okay, and so again, there's that throat chakra energy voicing what's hurting, what's making you feel left out, rejected, or maybe even your twin. Okay, and I know that's a little bit of a weird message, but I do feel like it's a reality for some of you within a connection where children are involved. For some of you guys are absolutely your childhood sweetheart. I love the fact that those two twin babies are coming out. This is the love that you guys share unconditionally. There's a childlike joy and wonder also to your connection. Balance. So this has come out all over this reading, Virgo, the need for balance, okay? The need to, to temper any sort of third party energy that might be pulling this connection off balance, or something that you might be channeling your energy into that, might be taking away from this connection. And it's not in a needy, toxic way that I'm talking about. It's about honestly assessing, where might I have been neglecting this connection or my partner's feelings, or maybe where have they been neglecting mine, and bringing that back into balance, because you guys are yin and yang. You are emperor and empress. And we get forgiveness. Beautiful. So for some of you guys with this 5 of Cups, this double 5 of Cups coming through, some of you guys have experienced heartbreak, loss, disappointment, maybe even betrayal. Each and every one of you, your journey is going to be different. Not all of you are going to be able to forgive, okay, or vice versa. But Spirit's saying, if you are able to, if you can move through these challenges, that you do have this fairy tale romance available to you with your twin here in the 3D. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what other messages. And I know not all of you are going to be okay with that. And you know what? That's okay. Your boundaries, your journey, you have free will. This is your own Virgo. Okay, so don't give your power away, or think that, what a reader or reading says, has to be your truth, because your higher self, your intuition is going to sound off. Is this a possibility for you? Is this resonating with you? And if it's not, Virgo, that's okay. All right, that's absolutely okay. Okay, so additional messages. We have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and Soul Tribe. Yeah, beautiful. So, Spirit wants you to know that there is a cosmic team, an angelic team all around you. Everything is coming together the way it's supposed to. The Princess of Cups, for many of you, there's a separation. There was something that got in the way of this connection that maybe pulled you guys apart. You're healing this sorrow. You're learning to look and find the love and feel the love unconditionally between you and your twin. There's some sort of beautiful commitment taking place for you guys. This is your wish fulfillment. Many of you guys have been working with law of attraction as well. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. You guys, this energy, the overall energy, the 9 of Cups, the Sun, the 4 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, this is you creating heaven on earth, and it really truly is happening. We do get take a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. For some of you guys, it does speak to my Virgos or your twins who have been working too much. Okay, who haven't been focused enough on this connection, on this healing, on authenticity, on communication, on the needs, on your needs and on your twins' needs. But for some of you as well, you guys have taken a break or are in separation from your twin. And then we get Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So yeah, this is just further confirmation, Virgos, that there are cosmic forces at play here that want you to experience this fairy tale romance, this beautiful reconciliation for some of you, this coming together of you and your twin in this beautiful way, healing. The Empress energy for some of you guys, there's something here having to do with body image. Some of you may have, if you're females, you've had children and you're having some issues dealing with self-worth or body image issues after having children. Spirit, and this is like a big lesson you're learning through your twin, that they love you no matter what you look like, no matter what state you're in. And it's about moving through some of these sort of physical limitations for some of you. Okay, this is a very powerful lesson. And Virgos, who tend to be very health conscious and body conscious as well, this might be something that you've been carrying around with you since you were a child, whether it's your, the weight that you carry, vary, whether it's, you know, a physical feature, you know, a hair color, freckles, eye color, whatever it might be, something that you perceive as not beautiful. This is a message coming through very strong that your twin loves you, loves your imperfections. And in fact, what you don't love about yourself, Virgos, is what your twin loves more about you. Okay, beautiful, beautiful energy there. All right, and we get Pearl of Sorrow, 35, breaking down to an 8. So we see this beautiful figure 8 energy of ascension, of spiritual growth, of spiritual awakening, but also 8s are about manifestation. And again, where is your point of attraction, Virgo? So we see here the disempowerment of the Empress there. Taking responsibility for your experiences empowers you. You are going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. You will rise up in full connection to your spirit and access a wealth of divine treasure. That which has brought darkness into your world shall submit to the light and be transformed. Yes, and there's that 5 of Cups energy, you guys. Have courage and commitment. Okay, there's that Knight of Cups to your awakening, for you are a precious being and can go far on the spiritual path of this lifetime and towards your twin. Okay, this is a beautiful reading, Virgo. Although we had to touch on some difficulties, some sadness. But this is the purpose of your twin flame journey, is to do this healing. Ultimately, it's this beautiful empowerment. For many of you guys, you've been walking around with wounds since childhood. It could be inner child healing as well that you're experiencing, but my gosh, Virgo, you have something beautiful coming to you. And I feel like many of you, you can't see it right now. Final messages for my Virgos, please. All right, we get do something for someone, give your attention to another. So yeah, some of you guys, again, it's about getting outside. Virgo, you guys are an earth energy. You're going to find a lot of healing and balance if you can walk outdoors, go for a walk in the woods, go for a walk in the park. And then for some of you as well, it's like, it's this energy of, you may have been overly focused, on something that's been hurting you. And Spirit saying a way that we can shift that focus, we can sort of go more general, or we can pull out of this by helping another. For some of you, volunteering. Remember, that's going to feed the Virgo soul, that service-oriented energy. All right, forgiveness. This is coming out twice, you guys. Forgiveness and forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. 29 breaks down to an 11. My goodness, Virgo. Some of you guys are absolutely coming into the most beautiful reconciliation, okay, with your twin. For others, you're forgiving yourself. Okay, you're forgiving others because you're realizing, there may have been something that was said to you, whether you were a child or in your lifetime, that was very hurtful, that you've been carrying around, something about your body or something about your abilities, and this is being healed and cleared. You're forgiving that person because with this Empress energy coming into empowerment with the Pearl of Sorrow, is what we're seeing here, Virgo, is you're becoming empowered. You're recognizing what's true and what's not true. You're looking at what has hurt you. You're healing it. You're clearing it. All right. And then finally, I love you. These are powerful words. Oh my goodness, Virgo, there is so much romance here for you. Your twin loves you. Some of you guys are going to be receiving this heartfelt communication. There are going to be tears involved. You might be receiving like an old-fashioned handwritten letter with teardrops on it. I mean, it is out of this world romantic, Virgo. But for some of you, it's not going to be like that, but the feeling and the emotion is there. Your twin loves you. Absolutely. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.